Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited for this video because this is going to be a game changer for you. And so before we get into that, I want to really share something special with you. So if you want to win a pair of free AirPod Pros like these, stick to the end of the video and I'm going to share with you how one lucky person can win those today. So without further ado, let's hop right into this video. All right, so this training is going to be amazing. And this is going to be an A to Z Facebook ads trainings for beginners to experts that are going to take you through this process in 30 minutes. And so in this video, for some of you, right, this is going to be life-changing for you. And this is because some of you are coming to this video with zero experience with Facebook advertising. And it took me over $150,000 in about 18 months to just really crack paid ads and just learn this and become an expert at this. And this video is going to show you how to become an expert in the next 30 minutes. And so now more than ever, in this day and age where we've been in a recession and going into 2023, you need to have a high income skill. This is very important in order to generate cash flow. And so in this video, I'm going to show you a skill that can make you millions, because this is also a skill that has made me millions. So pay close attention. So the number one question is, why advertise on Facebook? Well, I'm glad you asked, right? So there's 1.9 billion active users on Facebook, and Facebook has $28.3 billion in total ad revenue, which is absolutely insane. So if there's that much advertising on this platform, that means that this platform is probably the one that advertisers uses the most. And on average, the cost per click to get someone's attention is about $1. So on average, it's about $10 cost per lead to get someone who was interested in your services, right? So the number one question you may be asking is, so why do we advertise on Facebook? Well, we have two businesses that use Facebook advertising, and we have Arturo Consulting, and this is a 7-figure coaching agency for life insurance agents. And so what you can see here is we have over 550 active members in this program. And this program here, it's absolutely amazing. And this is how we coach up life insurance agents and show them how to generate their own leads, how to set up their own systems and processes, give them sales trainings, how to focus and get to that 100K per month level. And so, we also have Digital Marketing University, and this is where we teach 9-to-5ers and entrepreneurs how to start and grow 6-figure agencies from scratch with no skills and get to their first few clients within the first 45 days. And so AJC is a high margin cash flow business, and it makes us about $2.5 to $3 million a year at those 50% margins. And really, Digital Marketing University is an amazing lifestyle business that helps people just to achieve time and financial freedom. And so this program here is one of my favorites for anybody looking to get into the highly paid coaching space. This is one of my favorites. And in here, there's just some cool things. I don't want to share too much, but let me see if I can find one of my favorite things. This is probably it here. Find women at. And this training alone has probably made me millions of dollars here on the perfect appointment setter framework. And so we teach entrepreneurs and 9-to-5ers who want to become highly paid coaches or scale their business from 30 to 100K per month in this program. And this process here is one of the most amazing processes, breaking it down just to get fully automated booked appointments. I digress. And so, we work with beginners to start their journey to become highly paid coaches and make their first 10K per month online, and also successful coaches, right? Coaches and consultants that are doing about 30K per month, probably doing a bunch of organic and busy, spending 12 hours a day DMing and prospecting in cold Facebook groups. And we teach them how to take that process, remove themselves from the business in the flesh is what we call that, and pretty much automate that, put a system and a process into your business so that you're working on your business rather than in it, right? So what can you do on Facebook as an advertiser? You can sell more products and you can sell more services. You can generate leads, you can distribute content, And then you can growth hack your application or your software. Now, these things are very important because on Facebook, right, this is a lot of opportunity for you to stimulate the market and just have an amazing growth strategy. If you get the things right from this video and take action on those, then you can scale your business to the moon. And so here's some of the pros of Facebook advertising. So number one is testing, right? So in order to do anything, get anything to work, you got to test, right? And so Facebook is the perfect place for this because you can validate your offer really, really quickly. The next thing is targeting. Facebook is the ad network with the most user data. And we already know this because we've been seeing this in the throes of Facebook transitioning into Meta with privacy data. But, you know, the toothpaste is already out of the tube. They have all the information, right? So at this point, Facebook typically knows more about you than you do yourself, right? And so the next thing is the cost per click. Facebook is relatively cheap. These days, when it comes to advertising, as you go to scale, it can get really, really expensive. And Facebook is relatively cheap if you follow this training. It should cut your costs in half. But more importantly, it's just really cheap. And so if you're new coming to this platform, you know, you only get charged when you get a click. And so that charge is simply about 1 cent. And then, you know, the last pro is predictability. So Facebook delivers the most predictable results if you get this right. And so if you follow this training, you can put $1 in and then you can get out 2, 3, 4, 5, and even 10 consistently. So make sure you guys are paying attention. And so some of the assets that you're going to need to start advertising. Well, the first thing you're going to need is a business manager. And this is just a container that, you know, holds all your businesses, your ad accounts, pages, pixels, payment methods, etc., right? So then the next thing you're going to need is an ad account. And this ad account is where you create all your campaigns, right? And you can have multiple ad accounts per business manager, which is cool. The next thing you're going to need is a Facebook page, not your personal page, but an advertising page, which is very different. So just a key side note that most people will create a page on their personal profile, but that's different than creating a business manager, an ad account, and then a business page. Okay. And so this is where your ads are going to run from. Then you want to verify your domain, and Facebook now requires you to do that just for ownership, for where you're going to drive traffic from the ads that you set up on this platform. And so that's pretty simple. And then you need a Facebook pixel. And this is just simply some code that you put on your website that would track all the visitors' actions for you. And you can set all this up very easily by going to business.facebook.com. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So what you want to do is, the first thing you want to do is you want to create a business manager by going to Facebook, business.facebook.com. And then you want to create a page. Then you want to create an ad account. Then you want to add a payment method. You want to verify your domain. And then you want to create a pixel, right? So let's start with going to create a business manager. So when you do that, you'll create one and it'll look something like this. Okay. And so once you have that set, then the next step is going to be just to create a page. And I'm just going to show you how easy this is. And so you just go down here to pages. And so you can see here, I have several pages on here. And then you can just click add a page. Yours will be blank. And you can just create a new page, right? You pick a local business and then you start typing in your info here. And then you just want to select the category of advertising, marketing, finance, put your personal information. Now, make sure that this is your actual address or business address, because Facebook will verify this, and you don't want to get your page, your ad account shut down before you even get started or restricted, and have to go through some additional verification, which is going to slow down that process. So make sure you put some accurate information that's legitimate in here, and then you just want to create the page. And very simple. So once you do that, then you'll have a page that looks just like this, which is pretty cool. And then you can just edit it, which is super simple, and it'll just look something like this. Okay. And this is just a page that this page owns the advertising. So that's what you're doing here. All right. So next, you just want to create an ad account. And this is just as simple. So all of these things are just with the click of a button. So what you can do here is you can just click accounts, and then you can click add, and then you can create a new ad account. And then you just want to put your information here. And then you click next, and then you just say my business, and then you create an account, right? And so once you do that, then you should be good to go. Obviously, I'm not going to create one because this is super simple. So then you do that. And so now we have created a business manager. We have created a page. We have created an ad account. And then the last thing we want to do is we want to add a payment method. So now what you can do is you can go down to payment methods, and then you can just simply add your payment method. Now, as you can see, this is very, very simple. So, anybody can do this. This is pretty easy to set up, and you can do this within 5 minutes or less. Lastly, you want to verify your domain and then create a pixel. So we go back here, and the next thing you want to do is go to registrations. Brand safety. Click on domains, and this is where you can verify your domain. All you do is click here, and then you can create a new domain, and this is where you put your website information here, add, and then it'll just take you through one more step where you just have to add a DNS record, and you copy some code, paste it with an @ sign, and now your domain will be verified, and it usually takes about 48 hours. Super simple. And then the last thing you want to do is you want to create a pixel. And so this is pretty cool too. So this is that code that we talked about. And so what you want to do is you want to have some code. So when people come to your website, you can track their actions, right? And then it's really like this container that houses all of the information of your users, mainly the Facebook user ID, so that when you want to create audiences, like how many people have been to my website in the last 30 days, how many people have clicked and opted in, how many people watched the video, how many people have booked an appointment with me, and then how many people made a sale that have gone to your sales page and actually got access to your website or your course or whatever for your services. You can actually track these things. And so this pixel code is just a little piece of code that goes on your website. And simply this is really easy. You can click that, and then you can just put pixel 2. So we'll just do demo, and then you can put your URL there and just click continue, and then poof, right? You'll have that there. And then the only thing you need to do is click set up pixel now. And then you just take this manual code, which is pretty easy. Click this clipboard right here, pop that on your website, and voila. Now you have your tracking set up. So we can see how simple and easy that is. Now, let's talk about once you get all of those things set up, let's talk about the 3 components of a campaign. Now, first you have your campaign, then you have your ad set, and then you have your ad, right? And so what this looks like is this, when you look at this structurally, okay? And so what you have is a campaign at the top, then you have an ad set, and then you have an ad. Now, I'm going to go through and break all of these down, but I just want to give you a visual kind of like what this looks like, okay? So the campaign is the primary objective of this is to set the tone for what you're going to do on Facebook. So there's multiple things you can do. You can generate leads, video views. You can do call to actions to opt in, to purchase something. There's multiple things you can do. And so for the example here, we're talking about generating leads, right? And so that's what you're going to do with this, with the campaign. It's basically the objective of, okay, what are we doing here? Are we generating leads? Are we optimizing for purchases? Are we optimizing for video views, messenger campaigns, all of these things? And so the second thing is the ad set. And the ad set is just for the budget, the targeting, and the placement. And so the ad set, the campaign is the objective, and the ad set is the targeting, the budget, right, and the placements. Where are people going to see our ads, which is placement, the budget, how much we're going to spend per day, right? And then the targeted, who are we going to show this to? What interests do these people have that are similar to my ideal customers, so we can show this ad to more people that are just like them? And this is a very important side note. So generally, as a society, pre-internet, right, most times people were grouped together by their location, right? So people from where I'm from the South Side of Chicago, right, I was only around people from the South Side of Chicago. And then when I went to church, I was in this one group that was just church members, right? But now that we have the internet, things are distributed, people are clustered by their beliefs, right, and their interests. And so on Facebook now, what we can do is we can target our ideal customers based on their interests, right? And so this is a very valuable thing just to kind of understand for the internet. So now, right, we're not just limited by location, right? We're grouped together by our interests, right? And so the next thing is ad copy. And so, ads, the ad level. And so this consists of your ad copy, the image, the link to your website, call to action, and the video. And so this is where this level here is actually what your ideal prospect is going to see, the advertisement. So the campaign is the objective, the asset is the budget, the placement, and the targeting, and then the ad level is what piece of content, the advertisement, what the actual advertisement, whether it's a copy or video, that the prospect is going to see. All right. And so this is what this looks like inside of the Facebook platform, right? And so what you can see here is, again, we have the campaign, then we have the ad set, and then we have the ads campaign. And I think for this business manager right here, you can see that we've advertised over about 300,000. And this is just one of my ad accounts, right? And you can see we've done almost 9.6 million impressions to reach 3.3 million people with a click-through rate of about 3.5%. Okay, now I want you to remember that 3.5%, because when we go to look at some other details to see about winning ads, I want you to see how amazing that number is. All right, and so how to create a winning ad. And so what you want to do is you want to scroll through your news feed and see what ads get your attention. So the best way to do research is just to pull out your iPhone and then just scroll through and see what ads get your attention, right? And then what I want you to do is I want you to collect these ads in screenshots and save them. Then once you've got about 10 to 20 ads, right, over the next 48 hours, I want you to kind of analyze what caught your attention. Sorry, I should say caught your attention. And what the ad is trying to get you to do, right? So you want to understand, okay, this stood out to me. And then what compelled me to look at this? And then what is this ad trying to get me to do? Right? So then the chances are, if you're continually seeing this ad, this same ad, then chances are, if you're continually seeing the same person's advertising, that this ad is working. And so if you're seeing it over and over again, that means that people are spending more money on it because it's working. And then the last thing is you want to use Facebook's ads library to see what others are doing. And so you can go to Facebook ad library. See, Facebook ad library. And you can type in, let's say, Russell Brunson. So if you see his ads all the time, all right, so you can see here all of his ads, and you can kind of get an idea. Now, again, as Russell says, we don't want to copy, right? But we want to see the look and the feel, and we want to model what's working. Because the number one thing the number one rule of advertising and everything is you don't want to copy, because that just removes your authority. And once people see that kind of discredits you. Okay. So now that we understand how to get some inspiration, let's talk about the 3 keys to a winning ad. So number 1 is you want to have a pattern interrupt. This is something that as your users are scrolling, it stops and gets their attention, right? And you need to get the Facebook users' attention to stop scrolling on your ad, right? Then the next thing you need is a hook. This is to get them to start consuming your ad copy or video. Then the next thing you need is a story. A compelling reason to keep the user reading your ads or watching your videos. And then last thing, you need an offer. some core desire that your ideal customer will get out of consuming a piece of your content, right? So you want to pattern interrupt, then you want to hook, a story, and an offer. And so here's how to know if you have a winning ad. So number one, which most advertisers don't do, or marketers online, is they don't track their ads daily. So number one, you want to track your ads daily. So as you can see here, we track our ads every single day. And for this particular campaign, when we were running ads, our video conversion rate was like 4 times the minimum. We were getting cost per calls at $62. And we spent a total of $15,000 on ads and cashed about $108, with the cost per acquisition of $415 on a $5,800 offer, which is pretty good. And we had a 625% cash ROI. And then in this month, we were getting about $50 booked per call, with a 33% VCR, which is like 6x on the video conversion rates, with a CPA of $518 and a cash ROI of $520. And so you want to have a CTR of between 0.5 and 1%. Now, again, I want to show you, like, our ads are absolutely amazing because we've been doing this for a while. So you can see here that we have like a 3.5. Now that's kind of an anomaly, but again, if you follow this training, you should be able to do that, right? So the CTR is basically your click-through rate. What percentage of 1,000 people, because Facebook uses that 1,000 percentage to get this number here, of people who actually click through your ad and read it, okay? And so that's why you want to have this pattern interrupt and then a hook right at the beginning, because that's going to increase your CTR, right? So then your CTR leads to your cost per click being lower. So the more people that click, the lower your cost per click is going to be. And Facebook charges you, remember, $1 per click. So the higher your CTR rate, the lower your cost per click is going to be. Make sense? Cool. And you want to have your CPC between 1 and 3%. Then you want to have a cost per lead, because these things influence each other, the cost per click. So at that 1 to 3%, if 1,000 people were to click through it, it's going to be about, $10 to $20. And then you want your cost per strategy session, again, like I shared here, you want it between 50 and 200, which charges about 60 on this one, and then 49 here, so it's right around $50. And then your CPA between 500 to 2,000. And obviously you can see there that our CPA it averages right around $500. And so that's how you know if you got a winning ad. So, well, we just covered a ton, and we're not done yet. So if you found this video valuable and you want to win a free pair of these AirPod Pros, I want you to comment below the biggest takeaway from this video that you had. And once we get to 100 comments, I'll select one lucky commenter and give you a pair of these AirPod Pros for free. And if you got a ton of value from this video and you like our help to help you set all of this up, you can click a link below in the description. It'll be pinned in the comments to book a call with myself or someone from my team. And then lastly, if you found this video valuable, hit the like button and then subscribe so that you can get more valuable content just like this. Well, I hope this video was valuable for you, and I'll see you in the next video.